Hello, Mixer. How you guys doing? We are starting a little bit late today. However, there is a number of kind of things we'll go over first. First way things first, you can let's see if this works. Ready? Let's try. You can attempt to retweet for us, and at 10 retweets, every player gets advantage. At 20 retweets, every player gets a natural 20, and so on and so forth as we continue. Just fixing the tweet right here. Because every single time it seems to mess up a little bit. Right there, and paste. So let's hit the tweet. Does it work? There we go. Cool. So you can retweet that tweet right there. The link is in chat. And at 10, everyone will get an advantage. At 20, natural 20, 30, and so forward. We kick it to you guys. You can donate down below to support both the channel itself and the Discord. There are packages for viewers, for players, for everything. And finally, we have Patreon packages as well, and you can go ahead and take it from there. Yeah, I have to get another away screen made up for that, Craig. So, that being said, we will kind of get to it today. Our party is in search of a kind of a relic, unsure whether it is fully magical or not, possesses any sort of beneficial properties, but it definitely at least holds some religious significance. So, let's, without further ado, bring in our party. Hello, brave adventurers.
Hello.
Hello.
So, you guys are all camping out where?
Guildhall.
Phoenix.
Into the Phoenix. Alright, as we go live. That was weird. Okay. I had a small bit of lag there, and it was still showing something else. Sweet. So, you guys are all sitting at a table, and I assume that Wrath just got asked?
Yep, he's looking over the bounty right now, reading it over.
Psst, Wrath.
Yes.
Allie's waving at you. You approach Allie,
Yes.
the secretary goblin of the Guildhall. She holds out this letter.
Well, he looks over the letter.
You're going to Cloudcross, right?
I believe that is correct.
Hand you just deliver that to get it to the guards. They'll know where to take it.
Certainly. He stuffs it in his armor.
She goes back and says, well, good luck.
Thank you, Ailey. You have a blessed day.
You too. So Wrath walks back over and approaches the table. What's the first thing Wrath hears as the rest of you guys are kind of having this conversation?
I mean, I can sneak around, but invisibility helps. Not the best at it. He seems to be remembering something horrible that happened.
What about perceive? Well, asks.
I can do that kind of well too. I mean, I'm no cleric or ranger, but I can perceive kind of well.
Makes everybody else.
Not really.
Okay.
Something
Whatever.
wrong.
I was given a letter by Ailey, said to deliver it to the guards. Would anyone else like to hold on to it? Or shall I? He, holds it out to the group.
I'm sure you were trustworthy enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well then.
Carry it. You should have given it.
He just kind of stay quiet.
So, anybody have anything to do before we go?
Well, it says I'm ready.
Yeah, let's see how many times I get knocked out this time. Last time it was 2.
Ugh. Let's not talk about that, James.
Someone leans over the railing. I got my money on 10 this time, James. Leans back up.
I got my money on 3. Come on, give me a break here. Come on, gosh dang it, Steven. Steven.
Ali walks up, takes both of your golds. All right, Amrek's got five downs for James from chat.
Thanks, guys. We got 10, 5, and 3. Okay.
The door slides open. Roland looks. I get my money on you. Don't come back.
Wow!
And it drops a gold coin. It closes the door.
Wow, Roland! Wow. Anyone else? He looks around.
Hope walks up towards you.
Yes, Hope.
And climbs on the table and
Yes,
pokes you in the
Hope.
chest. I got my money on none.
Oh,
If I
thank
lose
you.
my money, I'm gonna kill you myself. She drops the gold on the table
Oh,
and then proceeds to skip away.
I don't know if I should be thankful or afraid.
Yes.
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 Oh.
Okay, no, that's.
Hey, Firefly, how many times do you have money for on James going down?
But all of Firefly's characters just appear for their own bids.
No, she gets one. The rest of us got one. I'm waiting for her answer, by the way. Gorby in the guild hall puts 10 on 3 times. Okay, we're booking this up.
Are you writing this down?
Yeah.
Wrath will lean over to
Ali's starts, clears off, like, there was a super important message that you guys should have read in the guild hall. She clears it off and starts jotting down odds and bets.
James goes over to look at that message that was knocked down.
Oh, don't worry, it's stuff about Crown Crush. You're fine, you didn't need it. She starts writing it down.
Please?
She goes, I don't even read it. I just wrote it.
Okay. And it goes back to the table.
Foil looks around and says, "Well, are we ready?"
James looks around one last time.
Lead on.
Foil stands up, starts setting up the door before anybody else raises the price on James' life.
Lead on.
All right. You begin to walk out of the guild hall. As you guys exit, Ali calls out last bets, and people start coming down from all the tiers and putting their bets down.
What's the highest bet I
You
hear
don't
for
know.
how many
You don't
times?
know. You're outside.
Okay.
They're not going to influence. So, you guys exit. As you guys walk across it's a little bit of a colder breeze today, but still kind of in the 40s. Now, for you Floridians and other people of the warm climate, 40 is pretty goddamn warm with just a little bit of chill. Okay, so
Wow.
Yeah.
So you that live in warm weather, screw you.
Yeah.
We still got 3 feet of snow on the ground right now. So, that being said, as you guys come across and into the guild hall teleportation building, Gavon is sitting there and he goes, "Oh, I just got my bed in. Thanks."
Well, what was your bet?
I can't tell you.
Foil chuckles. He says, "So give him. I think you can send this to Cloud Cross."
Given, my name is Gavon
Said give him.
Boyle.
James chuckles.
You actually
Wait.
said given. I heard it. It's okay. We're having fun. He's not taking it. He's not taking it as a slight.
Wait a second. How did you get from there to back without us noticing you? The
Magic.
guild hall. Wait, no, sending works.
No. This is what happens. He looks at James. Excuse me? One moment. And instead of taking the long process, James,
Mm-hmm.
you appear back in the guild hall as people are ravaging a bit. Ali's back and forth. There's a lot of cigar smoke. People, and you are just sitting back at your seat. He looks towards the rest of you. Yeah, so what was your question?
James goes to hear the bets.
Nope, everyone stops talking the second they see you. They're all just
Crumbles
staring
at-
at you.
Crumbles heads back towards him.
Okay, so what was your questions? You had a question, correct, Foil? Where's my Pharrell shirt? I wore it yesterday. But then the camera cut out, Firefly.
Bull said, so Gavon, can you get us to Cloud Cross?
Yes. I'm assuming you know which teleportation circle to go to?
Bull
How many
respects-
are there?
You say, he just chuckles. He laughs. He goes, alright, so yeah, we'll send you to the bottom one. That's probably the safest then.
Okay.
Yeah. He waits as the door eventually swings open. Jim's coming back in.
How many teleportation circles are in Cloud Cross?
5. 3 public.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. I had to think. I was like, maybe is it 6 or 5? It's 6. It's 5. So he motions you all up on. Do you have a preference of east or west?
I mean, no.
West.
West it is.
let's-
Smiles.
Let's do this.
So, as you guys one by one climb up on the teleportation circle, he looks towards looks at James. Do you understand how magic works now?
Yes.
He smiles, but he's it's all in good fun.
He gives like a smirk. Yes, I do.
As each and every one of you then step on, and he begins casting teleportation circle on all of you. You guys, as the arcane light swirls and builds around you, and you have that pop. Immediately, there is the smell of seawater, the kind of the breeze and air, having that salt. As you kind of realize, you're probably not in a fully secured building. Many of them have been kind of more secured buildings. Here, it just seems like you're kind of more, James, it's more for you. It's more like Everwind, right?
Oh.
How it was outside, kind of outside of the city a little bit, because they just were like, we could just throw you down there, and we have all these walls, and good luck trying to invade us that way. We'll just sit there with a bunch of arrows, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of more open. I mean, not what you were expecting as you guys do get your vision back as the kind of the bright blue fades. You realize that you're not outside the city, but you're kind of up on almost this raised, because you guys chose the west bank. So you guys are on this kind of raised cliffside. Looks you kind of can see the almost the crystal blue ocean out the way that you're facing as you arrive, and it's much more of have you ever seen kind of like the Greek architecture with the white marble, that kind of where they would have the cliff walks with the steps, and they'd have like that kind of overlook. Basically, that's where you're arriving.
Okay.
Is a place like that. You're looking over to behind you. You see the massive city. I'm just looking for the appropriate music here for you guys, because apparently they added a bunch of new music, and now they have decided that I can't find it.
Unless
Unless you want some Lonesome West, we'll go play some Prey.
Would you like? Would I know anything from touring, since this is unlike you?
I don't believe you ever went here.
I don't think so. Yeah, that's what I was checking. I don't think I
You
did.
do know that there's massive colleges here. This is, there's definitely a love of bards in the city.
Oh, you figured already.
But you would also notice note one thing. The bards, you kind of look to where you are and scan the city. All the good stories you probably ever heard are much higher than where you are currently. And I will show you the map here in a second, so that you kind of get this. I'm just going to do the Age of Sail, because apparently...
Because they have all the colleges here, then?
I believe most of them.
I'm wondering, because I don't know if Sword's colleges would have been built over the 5 years or not. James never went to one of the colleges. He's self-taught, roughly.
Self-taught bards. How dare you? You could have gone to college, man.
Dog
They couldn't afford college. They couldn't afford college, man.
Aside and said, "This will be harder than I thought."
Oh. This place looks magnificent.
So you kind of realize that you guys are pretty far down in the coast. You can see as kind of into the cliffside, these two banks. You do see the waterfall, and you see up on that ledge where the kind of the arc itself. You can see it's like palaces and royalty, and the colleges are probably up there. You're down here in the slums. You do note, and I'll give this to you just for your own sake. You can see where there are different tiers of walls, kind of segregating the population by class on either side.
So we're like here.
No, boy, you're like here.
We're like barely in the city.
You're in what would be the slums.
Okay. James just looks to like that huge arc thing, this.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, yeah, that's why they call it crowd cost. Yep. That would explain it.
But you are more towards the you're more like you're off technically the screenshot, right? You're farther out in towards the actual the Western Peninsula, kind of overlooking where there's some farms and stuff. You kind of see the outskirts as you are technically outside of the city, but just barely.
So, well,
And you see more ships coming in and out of this port than you've seen. Most of you've probably ever seen.
What's it look like they're importing or exporting?
Some of them look more like they're combat vessels. Some of them do look mercantile. Some of them look shady.
Fair enough, yeah. Looks to Voyle. So, what's the first plan then? Did it say a name of who posted this bounty? I didn't see one.
Fellow says, nope.
Great start.
He looks to everyone and he says, so before we go, looking for the people we're going to look for, maybe we should clear it with the authorities that we're going to be doing this.
Yeah, that sounds like a good start.
Because, legal action and stuff. I don't want to get arrested.
These all sound like positive aspects to one's mentality, yes. Not getting arrested, etc.
We do have the letter to give to them.
Who are you supposed to give it to?
I was told the guards of Cloudcrest.
Close.
Oh,
Yeah.
Look around.
Guards around?
From where you are, you don't actually see any guards. It's weird because you are technically within the city, like the walls. Unless you were to jump off and then swim back, you would be, leaving the city by jumping. You don't see any guards. This is kind of like the first time you've been through a teleportation circle and not seen guards in your view. It's a very odd situation.
Yeah. What? Okay. They're very open then, I guess?
Dog kind of just went like,
Wait, is there like a wizard attending there or no?
Nope.
Huh. All to each their own. I'm not going to question this.
well, looks at everyone and says, well, should we go check the authorities, or what do you want to do?
To the authorities.
With no wizard, how do we get back?
Yeah. Maybe one of the other circles have one. 4 others.
There's
Only 2 of them are open to the public. 2
Yeah.
others.
Yeah.
You figure obviously one's on the East Bank.
So we know where one is, and then the other's a mystery.
Potentially, we just have to acquisition a wizard for transportation. Probably have to have it up.
Acquisitions on the bid forceful.
Acquire a wizard.
As you said,
I
to
know
each their
people.
own.
I know people that can acquire wizards.
Anyways,
Looks to Bravo and Wrath and Dogren. Does, contacting the authorities sound right with all of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I also love that you guys chose the West Bank.
why?
Because people always choose the East Bank in the city. I don't know why.
Oh,
Someone went the East Bank route once, and then because they knew some of the pitfalls, they've only gone the East Bank route.
So, Voila turns around, starts to walk to the city.
yep. James follows.
Oh yeah, you guys come down. Kind of this, this beautiful marble staircase into more of a rougher, dirtier part of the city. It seems like they've at least keep the teleportation circle clean down here, but very close to slums that you have. You, James, you've seen before. Durgan, Bravo, Wrath. I think all of you guys having the history. Because if I'm not mistaken, Sir Blackheart here is a noble of noble backgrounds.
Yeah.
He's over.
And he carries himself as such. It's not necessarily talking down about people, but as explained to Varesi, when she was going through. When you are raised a certain way your entire life, there are things that are going to always stand out to the eye, no matter how much you try and hide it. So that being said, what is everyone's passive perception?
Solid 14.
This is normal to Dogger.
Yeah, Dogger, yeah, you're just like, yeah, this is nice.
Nice.
So I heard a 14 is the highest.
A fur.
You're a solid 10 from Durgan as a passive perception. All right.
Wait, I'm the highest passive perception?
Voila has 14.
Voil,
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I'd like you to also now make an active perception.
Me too.
Nope, only him.
Oh,
None of you start approaching.
okay.
I will now roll the sleight of hand.
I know.
Nothing to steal from Dogger.
No, okay, he's the guy that looks like the noble. How much gold did you bring with you?
Okay.
The rest of you should also tell me and post what you are carrying on you.
Oh.
Mine is
Currently,
written on the sheet.
Okay, as long as it's written somewhere.
he has the gold.
If we're talking about how much gold,
Gold, silver, etc. Coinage you brought, yeah.
Currently, he has the gold that's on his sheet. He left the platinum at home.
Okay, so you can turn that gold to
Dogger.
0
Oh. Okay.
Dog,
as you've just been pickpocketed and he walked away. Completely unseen.
Yeah.
you already know Dogren's problem with gold.
Did he
So-
not have a lot of it anyways?
The guy is not very rich.
Which is okay, because now you're
gold
probably
gold.
you're probably richer at this current moment than Voil is. So you're walking through the crowded city, and just there's a couple bumps into each of you, but nothing that seems anything else. And Voil's gone, gold is gone, but he doesn't know that yet. So
Can't.
he
can't-
killed you. He killed you on that roll there.
Wait, so technically, if whoever took the gold, that would be better for Dogren. If it was on him.
But I'm just saying, you don't look like you're rich, so therefore they're not going to pick on you because that doesn't give them
Yeah.
anything.
Dogren fits in.
Yeah, Dargan's blending in. He's fine. So you guys are, you kind of making your way through more residential-ish. It doesn't really look like there's any shops here, at least in the current. As you're coming in, you guys can spot to your west again, northwest, what looks like the outer gate. If you want to go there, or you guys can head closer towards kind of the arc and where things would raise up. If you go towards the east, you'll head actually on the dock fronts.
Since we're trying to look for authorities, I imagine we go towards the Ark. Where things.
Yeah, I mean, you have the Ark or the Gate, which would be authorities either way.
Yeah, so Vo's going to turn and say, should we go to the Ark?
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Juggernaut
turns and starts going to the Ark.
All right, so you guys kind of come to a crossroads. Unless you guys are going to use the back alleys, that's your choice.
Oh,
No.
Stick on the main roads. Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys turn, you hear
Any more lost gold?
how many people here speak Infernal?
I
Yes.
do.
The tieflings wave.
Yeah, I know the Tieflings.
Nods.
Voyelnut speaks it too. Oh no,
no, he
just
doesn't.
Durgrin and the Tieflings, correct? Yeah. Hey you. In Infernal.
Turn and look.
There's kind of this older, crotchety, he probably at one point was like a blue, but his skin's almost graying up. Older tiefling. He kind of hunched over in an alley, wrapped in rags, and it's kind of his eyes kind of darting on you, Bravo.
What can I do for you?
It's not what you can do for me. What happened to your tail?
Got into a scuffle when I was younger. The guards didn't take kindly to pickpocket.
They didn't, did they? Well, so you still gotta look you over. You're not with the life still.
No. I've found religion.
Yeah, or you stole it. He looks over towards Wrath, who's I think stopped as well. What about you? You in the life?
I too have religion to thank for my well-being.
He chuckles. Your well-being. Well, your religion has got you really far. You're in here the slums with me.
Merely passing through, my friend.
You keep telling yourself that.
So what is it you can do?
I
for-
can fix it.
I've had that offer, and I've been considering it.
He smiles.
I appreciate it.
I can also fix your money problems.
What money problems?
He points to both of your... unless you gave me no money or no coin purse. Points to both of you.
Checks.
You have no money.
All right.
You guys are in full armor. Paladins.
Yeah.
You guys are the next targets. I rolled. Trust you, neither of you could beat it. That's why I didn't have to
Yeah.
have you roll. Sorry. He smiles. You should keep your eyes open. You travel with people who look rich, and now you have no coin. He just leans back.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Keep the eyes low.
Shane will try and not be the next target.
Kind of leaned over to Wraith and asked him what he was saying.
So,
Yeah.
is like all his silver and copper gone too?
Anything that you had in that coin purse is gone.
Okay.
So if you
all
only
his
left the
money-
platinum, yeah, if you they weren't gonna be like, oh no, we're here stealing, but we don't want the copper. That will buy us a meal tonight,
I mean, I like James. Didn't have much money before he got into adventuring, so he can actually fit in very well. He had nothing.
So, as the two paladins are distracted, and Durgan was looking at them, and Voyle and James were sitting in the street, right?
Dogger doesn't speak infernal.
I get that, but I'm saying you're still looking towards the two, I believe, right?
We were distracted.
You were distracted.
Yeah.
James, what was your passive perception again?
I can't fit in. 14.
Okay, I'll let you give an active perception, as you guys are getting pickpocketed by a specific group.
Yeah.
A little, probably 6-7-year-old girl walks up and tugs on your pants. James,
I look.
are you a bard?
I play music. Yes.
Can you play me a song?
I mean, he's gonna insider to see if there's any malicious intent. James is a very suspicious guy, man.
She's probably ever heard music once or twice in her life, and you literally are walking around with a musical instrument on your back.
Fair enough. He always had a musical instrument, I think.
And she probably was told to ask, was told to go out. Why don't you go ask him to play a song? Because you are just standing around in the middle of the street.
Yeah, it's just like he knows these kind of places. He's not unsure. He's a very suspicious person.
Yeah, what, do you want to check a coin purse?
Yeah.
It's already gone.
Yeah. He was only carrying 50 gold. He
fine.
learned from Jocelyn
Well, now you're broke.
for here. Yeah, he's left a lot at home.
That's great. That's at home.
Dogger's over
I'd
here
rather
just
be-
like,
Rather be broke at home.
I don't see what's wrong.
In my mind, Durgan doesn't look like he has any money, so they're not even trying. I'm just sorry. That's my mental image. So that's the NPC's mental images.
So everyone's current gold is all gone.
As what you guys have, whatever Durgan has in gold on him right now.
Oh,
James will play for the girl, though.
Okay, yeah, give me performance.
I don't know about Dogger's problem.
they stole 40 pounds worth of coins.
How did they do that conspicuously?
That's what I'm wondering. Holy crap!
Because we're blind.
Yeah, it's because literally you're pretty much blind. All your armor weighs so much that you didn't realize 40 pounds were gone. So yeah, a couple people kind of start, tipping you a couple coins, throwing them at the ground. Someone puts like a hat there for you as you're playing, and the little girl comes up and gives you a hug at the thing when you're done with your performance.
Aw,
She hugs your leg, and then takes all the money that was in the hat and runs, darts down an alley. She really did want the song. Then she saw all the coins and said, "Screw that, I'm going."
Dogger is just like,
James sighs. I don't know if I should be happy.
It's not your hat. It's not like you lost anything.
I know, but still, he could have gotten something.
Sev.
Yeah.
So because they just like don't care about Dogger, does Dogger just like see all these people like walk up and bump into the others?
No, I mean, because your perception hasn't got you. You're just not a target. You're not standing out like a target in here. But so I guess you guys are going to continue on your way to the.
Yes.
Okay. The crotchety old tiefling waves goodbye as you guys head towards the gate. It takes you. You guys realize, less people are bumping into you.
Oh, gee. That's odd.
It's really odd. Coin here, coin there. There's, you get a couple people on the corners trying to sell you wares. They probably may have fallen off a cart, But eventually you come towards, the first, until you get within actual eyesight of this gate, you have not seen a single guard until you see they get to there. But you see a couple, standing outside.
we'll approach them. I'll say, is there any way we could speak with, like, I know you're a guard, but more like the law of the city?
The two looked between each other, looked back to you. Oh yes, one moment. I shall get the law for you. The guard walks in.
Will blinks and it's like, he's thinking,
The other one guard's still with you.
like the paper law. He's just thinking. He's even saying.
Yeah.
He comes out with a book and says, "Very well, say your piece. Here's the law." He hands it to you. Say everything you need to. We promise we won't listen.
James blinks. Raph, don't you have a note to deliver?
Ah, yes.
Do you still have it?
He didn't put it in his coin purse.
That's an interesting question.
He didn't put it in his coin purse. He stuck it inside his armor. So therefore,
Which was where my coin purse was, but you know.
But they were
Yeah.
they like, oh, there's a letter or there's coins. Which are you
So
taking, Wrath?
he takes the letter.
Okay. And
We
hand it
were asked
over
to give this
towards.
to the guards here in Cloudcross.
They take an interesting look at the symbol on the back. The kind of
He does not
signet
let go
ring,
of it yet.
and says, "Okay, we can deliver this."
Deliver this, or shall I'd like to see it to its destination.
He actually laughs.
I'm not sure how much James knows of Misty's backstory.
And he looks up towards the huge archway and goes, "You won't be making it there. I assume you have." The looks of it, they can see like the dirt where the uncleanly people were touching all of you. And saying, "I assume that you've already lost your gold, all of you."
Yeah.
And
Yes.
looks to Durgan and didn't have any gold. I assume you have little to no idea of anyone that lives in this city, or political connections,
Correct.
or writs of passage.
Correct.
Dogger's over here. They kept running into people. It's so strange.
And looks back to Wrath. So you will not be making it up there,
Ah, very well then.
at least legally. That's all he says.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
He knows that you're in a city. There's a lot less than savory characters that might actually get you there, and so we don't have multiple bets of if you will or will not make it.
Let's see.
Could I try to convince them, being a noble, to let me, me and my group, up towards the higher circles?
Give me, before you even roll, you need to give me your speech to these two guards as you are holding the law because you asked to speak to it.
James takes out the copy of the bounty that they're doing.
Yeah, okay.
That's not gonna help you.
I know, but he's gonna have.
They didn't. Just so you realize, they didn't hire you. This is something. This is an elven thing. You've pretty much seen humans and some tieflings so far. Maybe a couple of halflings and a gnome here or there, but
So, Lil says, okay, so what we're here for, we've been hired, and if you haven't noticed yet, he points to the pen, the guild pen. We've been hired by someone to come here and track down a mirror that was a gift from a god to a goddess. And we need to know, basically we need to clear this with authorities so we don't get in trouble for doing it. Is there any way we can talk to the authority?
okay. So this is what's gonna happen. You don't need to roll a persuasion check yet. So you are slapped across the face by Jaren in the Stalwart Tavern, who looks to Cahal and goes, "What the hell are you saying? Are you that drunk?" Because you said Cahal says this. And he's looking off into nothing. However, at the same time, Voyle has still made the exact speech. They somehow get linked together. And the guard just looks and points to his pin. This here's a city watch pin. This means I can tell you no because you're not a noble of this country. So, unless you're going to grease my palms, how about you fuck off?
Put on 9.
I'm guessing if
This sounds familiar.
Like, nobility is good, and that's the thing, but you have to realize the Blackhearts are not even like a major nobility in a capital Penrith. They are a minor nobility in the the southern part of Azora.
Wrong continent too.
Yeah, you're months away. There might be like you could the noble backing, right? If you could find yourself another noble, you might be able, hey, well, I'm this and be able to connect, but you're not going to be able to persuade the law, who's like, at this point, you're like, I'm better than you, and I don't even live here. And this guard's like, how about you fuck yourself? So.
I'm trying to figure out something I can do as a bard here.
Be the
I'm guessing-
face?
I'm trying. I don't know what to say.
I like to think that he just looks towards, James just looks towards Voyle and just, I don't know what to say.
What do you want from me?
I'm guessing if Dogren said like anything, or could she just be dead?
You can find out.
You could certainly try.
I do have.
I'd rather not.
Hold on, I do have a question.
And we know that there's a teleport circle in the east bank and the west bank.
Udalise, no, those two, yeah.
Oh wait, alright, never mind.
Intelligence.
So
So you're
I'm
wondering
asking
where
the
the next
guards.
one? You have one in the climb, and then you have two up in the upper district. One at the common gardens of the bards, and the other one in more of kind of the noble quarter.
Let's see. Tries to be face. Tries
Are
to
we
think of
able to get
words.
to the third public one?
You can try to get your way through into the next tier, and he just points, towards the arch, and you can see where like the next retaining wall is, and he goes, "They're there, but we don't have any say to get you through because I'm not writing you an oath of passage." He motions to the fact that you guys have been robbed, you're dirty,
James.
and they take the book of laws back from Voyle.
James sighs.
Ends it back at this point.
Phileas, we have a mission to do. I'm just trying to be polite. If you could give us some sort of way or passage, or if you might know someone who would have given us this bounty, he holds it up to them. Lets them read if they want to read it. We just want to do some good, help the city out. Your guards here, wouldn't you want that?
Alright.
I'd like you to roll on. I'd like you to roll me persuasion.
Okay.
There's already modifiers on it. Okay. He,
I rolled low.
puts his hand on your shoulder. Because I get it. You're trying to do some good for the city. And I do want good for my city. This is my home, and you just need to get to that next area. I get that, and I can see that you're a good man. He taps you on the chest. So if you cared about the city, you would know that we don't have a fucking temple of Curly in here. We certainly don't give a shit about this mirror. It's probably in the hands of one of the pirate crews or thieves guilds, and that doesn't require you to go any fucking higher. And he taps you on the face.
That still gave us information. Thank you. Actually,
He goes, that's all. He points. How the hell are you going to get a ship up there?
magic.
As he points, you actually see these two chains come down and literally lift a ship up the waterfall.
See?
But it doesn't go all the way up. It just goes to the waterfall and they go into the lake to Summer Gardens.
Well, looks at James and he looks at the guard and he just.
Thank you for.
They know, like, here's the thing, like, it's only like, they've been decently polite until you're like, we need to go somewhere, and they're like, no, you don't.
Yeah, James tried. He's trying. I'm not a good face.
Durgan, if you want to try, like, I mean,
Oh,
that's
God.
fine. Let's go. I mean, the DC climbs each time you try to get past someone.
If it doesn't work at 19,
You don't know if he had disadvantage or not.
that's true. So the thing is, brand new cloak made from a placer beast,
Pretty.
and
Now that I know about that, totally gonna try and steal it.
no,
No, too late.
It's gone.
can't steal something that he's wearing.
Dude, they're not gonna get stolen in front of the guards.
Stay in front of the guards, Dugan. and you'll be fine. Don't
No,
move.
so the thing is, because, wait. I think Wait.
Let's see. Let's hear your speech.
I'm thinking of something that I could do with minor illusion.
Trying to use magic to persuade people might be one of those commonplace laws that people frown upon.
Well, it's minor illusion. Could he make a pin?
A tin? I mean, yeah, you can make some minor object.
What if Dogran made like a noble pin of a noble family, and then wore that?
Do you know any noble families?
Roll me a history.
I mean, Dogran has been around a lot, but I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what he pulls out. So Durgan paces back and forth. You had advantage on that too, by the way. I want you to know you had advantage because you had been traveling. Back up. Okay?
I just realized the moment I said oh no, because I realized I had -1.
He walks back and forth. He's walking back and forth as these conversations are happening, and the perfect image of the pin, and you know that it has some pull in general the area, and you remember stories. You don't remember how those stories work out, but you remember stories. You're like, I have something. So you use minor image to create the insignia upon your chest. It is that of a black rose. Do you step forward and say something to the guards? Because you don't know it's bad. It's a black rose.
James blinks. Do I notice him?
What do you know? Roll me history.
Okay.
What do you know about the black rose? James.
No, James. I'm
Jocelyn knows more. No, this is a great idea. This is a great fucking idea.
Wait, Jocelyn knows.
Jocelyn does.
The guards have a good point. We don't need to get up there just.
But you guys, this is happening as they were having the conversation. Like this
James
is
is
right
just silent.
after.
James is just silent.
James
He's gonna let
smiles a
things-
bit. Like he's like, yeah, I see it.
Half smile. It doesn't fully smile.
No, it's a full smile here. He not one. It's a full goddamn smile. So, Durgan, do you move forward with confidence?
So the thing is, I saw the -1 as I rolled it and just went, oh no, because I saw only one way this would end.
Well, no, you could have rolled the whole 19s.
A 0. So since Dogman can't remember what it is, and since they don't really need to go up there, he just kind of like
No. You don't get
it.
to back out on. No. You don't get to back out after you rolled. Because I don't need to tell you anything, because I will start hiding your rolls and making rolls for you. You don't get to bed after.
me to the roll. Oh,
Okay,
no.
there's persuasion. So what's your... You walk up and what I want to hear your speech of how you need to go.
I didn't.
You rolled well, persuasion. That's good.
Oh boy. This is where Dogran gets killed.
No.
Dogran just kind of like walked up and said, he says, I'm from a bit of an older noble family. Not many are known around.
They look towards your
was-
symbol and nod.
And he says, I was wondering if I would be able to pass.
Oh, you were with these gentlemen.
Is
Motions
correct.
to the group. Oh, I mean, you need to go all the way to the noble quarter?
I do not believe we need to go that far, but
I
bit
mean, if
far
you're
would be
looking
enough.
for some sort of, high-priced relic, the collectors are the best people, correct?
Yes, that is correct. It probably is in someone's collection.
Because James would also note this is the site of the Cloudcross auction, where they had the big auction years ago. Some of the rarest things in the world were auctioned off here.
Oh, really?
In the noble quarter, yeah. He would have heard that from Jocelyn.
Okay.
To say, now, you have to understand, your family has not been here for quite some time. Looking towards Durgan. So
But
there is a couple precautions we just need to take overall. That if we are to allow you to ascend and meet these collectors, we will need to take your weapons, and we'll walk you there.
Dahlgren nodded and said, "Go ahead. I'm already not carrying any weapons on me."
They looked like Bravo and all the rest for your weapons.
Well, we'll hand him over, which is just a rapier and a knife.
Yeah.
Wrath hands over his longsword.
Okay.
Hands over the weapons.
Yeah. Begin to walk you through the city. A couple guards join you, and as they walk you guys towards the city, there's some people looking at you. As you walk with guards, because mainly you get a read on the guards. They're kind of surprised to see guards. Like it's pretty straightforward. Like, wait, do we have those down here?
Oh no.
As you guys walk to, it's it takes about an hour and a half or so to get yourself to the gate that leads upwards. The guards see one guard steps over to explain the situation out of earshot as the gates are opened towards you. The guard comes back and says, we do have permission to, instead of having to make you guys walk, we can take the elevation up, and begins to lead you towards kind of like the old school mineshaft elevators, but much bigger, and it begins to get cranked up instead of having to actually ascend. At which point you guys, after about another hour or so, begin to enter what is pretty much known as the noble quarter here. The name I don't have off the top of my head, but they have specific names I'll get you. But you guys are in the noble quarter, but as you sit there, the paladins are looked at by what seeming is is another paladin, by the way. Older human man, probably in his 50s. Kind of get the whole, I'm getting you his god. I have to look at what his god is. Give me 1 second. It is a. You guys would recognize the god. It's a common god. Where is it?
Can I roll to see if Boyle would?
You can roll to see foil. It's the DC can be 10. It's Iomade.
Wait,
Valor, justice, honor, protection.
you said Black Rose, right?
I did.
Oh. I think. Oh.
I'm trying to remember you because you said Joshua would know it. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, multiple out of character people should know.
I don't remember.
He
Do they happen
looks to Wrath.
Do they happen to be
Do they happen to be what?
knights? Because I think I know what you're talking about.
I mean, this paladin probably is a knight.
Hmm.
He
Yeah.
crosses his arms and looks to the two of you.
All right.
Your holy symbols, please. You will have them back. They are your focuses. You are not well known here.
Nods and hands it over.
Okay.
He said, "We'll get them back."
You see, he puts it in a box that has like an arcane lock, and he actually hands it back to Bravo. So you have your holy symbol with you. It's just in an arcane locked box for the time
Oh, okay. He does it hesitantly.
being. Yeah, which is okay. I mean, you're talking to another paladin, so he kind of gets it. You know what I mean? And he puts it in a box. There's an arcane lock, and he hands it back to you. So technically, you are without your holy symbol for about, a few minutes. So, begins to lead you guys in towards the city. And again, it's very quiet. They're not talking, and lead you towards this kind of, almost like a lighthouse style building directly on the center of the archway. Looks pretty much like a fort, right? And opens, kind of the gates open and you are walked in. At which point the gates close behind you. And he whistles as pairs of guards begin to come down. Separate them, question them. If there's enough, we'll hang them from the side. As each of you are pulled away from each other. And taken into custody. Because, Durgan, what do you think the Black Rose stands for? I want to hear what his thought is.
The knights I'm thinking of.
Nope, they're not knights. The Black Rose is is one of the groups that you've
It's
worked
the
for.
other one.
The Black Rose is basically the Jared runs Thief Guild that fights against the Shadow Brands from this country, who are like the mafia. And Durgan would have that information, in there, but he couldn't quite. So they are kind of nice at times.
Oh no.
Yeah. And how do they handle their sort of people?
Hanging?
With great shows, right? Great shows of justice.
Yep.
James,
Yeah.
as you sit in your cell, and before you're put in they strip you guys down to your skivvies and then actually check your skivvies, because you're basically identified as all of you as thieves and rogues, which means you probably have hidden thieves' tools somewhere, and they are very thorough. His name is Bubba. He is an orc, and he provides all the searching.
Hello, friend.
He pats you on the head.
How tall is he?
He's like 6'6".
Oh yeah, okay. He's slightly
He's got
taller.
hands the size of frying pans.
Could he cook on them?
On his hands.
You won't ask him. He won't ask him. Like,
He like they tosses you around, looks, and then puts you in the cell, throws your underwear back, closes the door, and that's all you have.
yeah.
James, how does it feel to be in prison again?
Familiar.
How about you,
At least
Rebel?
I'm going to cooperate 100%.
Yeah, I'm with
No,
Bravo.
everyone's cooperating, but they're checking. But I'm saying, how about you? You've also been in prison before.
Yeah, I have. But this time I know.
So,
Dogger's.
Dogrin I think is right at home. He's got the he's
So
like, hey, prison.
Hey!
No. So the thing is, he doesn't know what prison is. He's never heard of or been to prison. To
Okay.
him, he hates comfortable beds.
Oh, he's right up his
Because
alley
of the
then.
thing, he hates on the ground. So he's like, this is the most comfortable bed I've been in.
Yeah, it's a nice kind of stone slab. How about you, Wrath? How does Wrath like jail?
Wrath is pissed. This is the first time for him. He does not like it.
Yeah,
He
you
is
do it.
upset. He is
You're gonna see it
pacing back
out
and
there.
forth.
You hear from James. You're
It's
getting
not.
used to it.
It's
Don't worry.
here's the thing. You're pacing. It's like a step each way. These are not big cells. They're big
Yeah.
enough to have a stone slab bed to lay down in.
He's constantly rubbing
And
his
the
right
bucket.
hand, which has the swirling, undulating tattoos on it.
Yeah. Actually, they don't. They can't swirl.
Oh,
Anti-magic cells.
Oh, so he's blocking his patron too.
Yep.
I don't think
You are- you are-
relieved. He is relieved and he's resting then.
Okay. He's so happy. He went from pissed to happy in a second.
So does
he
that mean
realized
the
he's alone.
moment
Yeah. The moment you
they
walked
entered,
in.
the pin's gone?
Yeah.
Oh well.
It probably was gone before then because it took a couple hours to walk.
Yeah.
But yeah, you are. If you are magic, there's this just. If you have any sort of magic, there's this numbing sensation. Kind
Yeah,
of,
James
kind of a world
James-
without sound.
James would have felt. James would have felt that already because of the war, wouldn't he? With that with the anti-magic thing happening.
You would
Yeah.
feel it, so.
So
how much something up?
breaking down then.
And Voyle, how do you enjoy your first trip to prison?
Do you think he would have been in prison for fighting in the war? He fought on the south side of Ezra.
Since the North wasn't taking prisoners, were killing people, probably not been to prison.
Okay, so this is his first time.
There you go. Yeah, they totally would have killed you if they captured you.
Yeah.
There was not a lot of prisoner taking in the blood war, right? So, as you are sitting here, hey, Spiritus, your cousin's in jail.
Yeah.
He beat you to it, and he's not even the rogue of the family.
Right? You guys, I'm gonna ask: is there anything that you do you have a plan to escape?
We know how this
All I
went
can
last.
think of is being honest.
Yeah.
Be honest and,
There's my plan. Be honest, James.
Be honest and hope
favorite
for the
thing. Just as
Be honest and hope that they don't think you're just lying to try and save your skin. Got it.
yeah.
Sev,
Does
how
Thornreach
much you
have an
go?
embassy?
Does Thorn which are you looking for an embassy? Thornreach have an embassy here? No, actually.
Because
Um,
Wrathward requested that letter
It's
be
so
sent
far.
to.
Yeah, no, it's
Thorn.
too far for them to even really kind of have an embassy because from where Thornreach is to where you are now, it's like almost a 6-month voyage.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, well, teleportation's available to the super rich and kind of like adventurers because you guys are in that special category. Normal interaction doesn't happen between these two.
Actually,
Sev, seeing how less time escape, I'm just gonna stay quiet.
I think that's the smartest RP/D&D play you've ever done. Because last time Rogue was in prison, he had a bomb and he blew up the busy street, killing all sorts of people.
What?
He created terrorism.
It was
He
with
invented.
Lynn. Yep. Lynn.
33 in total.
What?
Yeah,
I
he
actually
invented
do
terrorism.
have a little plan
Shh. We don't talk about that.
to mention.
Remember, doesn't exist anymore.
Go
To
ahead.
mention the that was from Misty. I want to make sure that's known that we were coming here to do that.
Okay. So, you guys there's 5 of you. I'm going to say that on one side, you know what? I'm actually going to get tokens for you.
Hooray.
We weren't planning to use tokens, but we're using tokens now.
Yeah, but we're using them now.
Let's see. I got James, Bravo, and Wrath. And then I need... Where is Voyle? There's Voyle. And then Durgan. Durgan. Okay. So.
Explosives, busy streets, just doesn't mix.
No, they don't. So. I'm going to say Bravo. And then I'll put James in this cell. I'll put Wrath across from him. I'll put Voyle here, and I'll put Durgan on this side. So,
So how's the family, Wrath?
no, you guys are in different cells. You can't see who's next to you.
Oh, okay.
You can kind of barely see Bravel and Durgan, but you can easily see Voyle.
So, Voyle, how are you?
Do you mention that you're going to say anything about?
He's your Lynn flashbacks.
Are you gonna go ahead and say anything about wanting to mention Misty's name?
No.
So you're just gonna say it when the guard comes out? Okay. I'm just wondering how much plan is discussed between each person. That's why.
No, because I don't want it to be a plan so much as just at the last minute think of it. It's like, wait a minute,
Okay.
we've just brought.
So, a couple hours go by before, kind of a guard just begins walking down, dragging what seems to be something or someone very dirty, and throws them in the cell across from Durgan.
So what, are you, so what are you in for? He shots across the cell there.
The guard looks towards you, looks right at you. You don't get to fucking talk, and walks away.
He gives his usual facial expression and doesn't say anything. He just says, like, yeah, that's fair.
Oh yeah.
He
So,
didn't look conscious, by the way, so there's that too.
Yeah.
oh, by the way, when Dahlgren got like, basically his entire black is just one like almost charred mess. The description.
Gotcha. So, as the guard comes down and looks in towards Bravo, then stops, turns, looking towards Wrath. Which one of you was the one with the pin?
Who has the pin right now?
And he asks which one was the pin. Steps up to Dahlgren. Was it you? You had the pin on?
Dahlgren just kind of sighed and nodded.
Doors open as two other guards come and start dragging him the opposite direction from where the entrance and exit are.
Oh boy.
Do we at least get a trial? It's worth a shot.
Well, Dawson's
Think
not gonna be happy.
I think our trial is getting questioned from.
That's fine.
He steps towards it, goes, "You are with the Black Rose, a criminal organization who has committed acts against the country. Do you think you deserve a trial?"
It's kind of over here.
He's
Dahlgren just kinda-
talking to the four of you. Dahlgren, you're being pulled into a small room with a lot of sharp objects.
Oh boy.
The Black Rose pin was an attempt to allow us passage into the area. I think it was a mistake.
A mistake that'll cost you your lives, probably. Yep.
He doesn't care, does he? Doesn't sound like he cares.
It doesn't. You have to think about it this way. And so this conflict has been going on for 30 years. Do you think of how many stories they've heard of people who've got caught and trying to get out of it? They're so desensitized to it now, and they don't get the choice. You kind of get that too. They're not making the choice. They're just doing their job.
That's fair. See, that's the thing with James. He's like, yeah, that's fair. We can't really do much. Yeah, that's fair. Can't really do anything myself.
But I should note that at least there's a chance for two of you.
Which two of us?
The ones with the horns and the tails. And he walks away.
Well, Bravo, tell my sister I said hi and goodbye. Gives a nod.
I'm sure justice will prevail. I'll get the truth out of him.
Oh no.
Durgan, it's a long couple hours. And you know, it's slow. It's not a lot of actual action. It's more psychological. It's always that threat of pain. You know, as you mean, you're trying to be honest, but you're not. You're not saying what they want to hear, so they hit you. Because torture doesn't really work.
Good thing Dogren is already
Pretty messed up.
completely broken down.
The door
Much
swing. Yep. Okay, so one second. The door swings open back in the cells. In comes a very fancy dressed tiefling. You know, I believe he was red in color, you know, adorned with jewelry everywhere, and he stops at the pair of you. My friends, yes.
What was that?
He said, my friends,
Speaking to the tieflings, I'm assuming.
to Wrath and Bravo.
Greetings.
How can we help you?
You see, this is a problem. You are working for the competition. Or, at least, they believe. And you know, when they believe something, it's really hard to change their minds.
What will it take to change their minds and believe?
It went from me. He extends his hand through the cell towards you, Bravo. If you shake it, he shakes it.
Shake.
The name is Quickie. And he walks over towards Wrath.
Spell
The
that.
same. I have to get you the actual spelling. It's in my notes.
Okay.
I didn't think we were going this way. Okay, did not prepare Quickie to be here, but he's in the area.
I'm so confused now.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh, Quickie. Wait, why'd you awe? You remember what happened last time. He goes. So then, I see that you are members of the Rosen of Jared, yes?
Excuse me?
Jared of the Black Rose. You have worked, or work for him.
Can I insight this guy? Kind of.
You can. He's
There's
asking
like-
you questions.
Yeah, I know, but like I'm not quite sure what he's looking for
Sure.
by the answer.
Sure. Go ahead.
Is it all in Infernal?
No, he's talking common. He's just going to talk with the tieflings first because they're his people.
Yeah, but
21. I mean, he said that it's the competition. With Jared, right? So obviously he's not Jared's biggest fan, and he also said that he, with a word, can get you off of your sentence. So using the insight, you can probably draw some lines together who he may be affiliated with.
Okay. Me personally, I have not worked with you, but you say that you can get us out of here if we work for you.
Oh yes, just a minor task or two. It was very simple. You know, beat up a despicable individual, shake down a pimp, find a girl who's been stolen. Oh, all sorts of easy jobs. Kill a man. I mean, he looks towards you and goes, you have the physique to kill a man. Let's be honest here.
Killed plenty in my time.
You see, nothing that you haven't done before. Looks back towards Bravo. And you? What the hell happened to your tail?
Prison when I was
He kinda
younger.
Ah,
Well,
so
not prison, but
punishments. Well, at least we didn't take the rest of your tail, right? He smiles. He goes, so,
I'm not even really sure who Jared is.
hey, have you not been to Shroudlight? Yes. Looks at both of you. Have you been to Shroudlight?
I think I have,
You've met Jared.
but I didn't know his name, did I?
I'm pretty sure he introduced himself as Jared and shook your hand. Pretty sure.
Oh, him.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, him.
We did not work for him.
Oh wait, I clicked.
He looks. He goes. You didn't. You were on the one where you guys hijacked the shipment, right?
Right.
So you weren't the tiefling with half a tail who hijacked my shipment.
So we were working for him. Okay.
Yes.
I
I mean, interesting that not many tieflings with half a tail. You're kind of rare. So, you see, we just want to end this rebellion of ours. And then simply, we can have peace. Don't you want peace? I want peace.
Peace is good.
I want to build that city up in the desert and have it beautiful and put gardens and beautiful things there.
What is it we need to do directly? And
Well-
do you mean all of us or just the two of us?
Oh, don't worry. I have tasks for all of you. I'm sure each of you have your own special thing. But I do, you see, there's a thing. It's called loyalty. And now, obviously, you are not showing me loyalty because you are willing to betray your other employer, correct? And we can be honest about this, yes?
Honestly, we were originally doing things for
But
our
you did
guild.
But you did a job for him.
We did a job for him.
And so there is still a bit of loyalty, right? Yes. So, you see, what happens here is we are going to have to, make sure that you, what is the word? Comply with things. There are a matter of magics which will make sure that you are able to comply. So if you take them, then we will make sure that we dust you off and we send you home.
Will this interfere with my pledge to my goddess?
I don't know what your pledge to your god is, so I cannot answer that.
Wrath will look across the thing to Bravel and just shake his head. Since I assume the guy's turned his head to look at Bravel.
Yeah, he was being answered. Yeah. He's kind of standing. Yeah, his head's turned. He might be in his peripheral a bit, but I mean, you can literally speak. It's between the two of you.
Yeah, no, but
he doesn't care. But I get what you're trying to say. Trying to be subtle about it.
yeah.
I mean, the other option is that you saw those large chains, right? That pulled up the ship. You get to live on one of them. Well, until you die. So the choice is yours. Do you need some time to discuss it amongst the four of you and the one down the hall?
Please.
Oh, of course. He snaps his fingers, and Durgan, the kind of the beating of your ribs ceases, and you're dragged back a bit. Miss Feedy for Wrath. Wrath, roll me a D100.
Okay.
No, rolling. That's
Wow.
100. That's 100. You didn't roll the
Yeah.
D part of it. Otherwise, I'd be like, damn.
Ayo. 69.
69. Give me a second to just see what that is.
Basically the
69.
same thing.
You have a single natural 20. Wrath, somehow your god has broken through. You have a single natural 20. I will check the tweeters too. Nope, you're shy. So,
James is like,
Durgan, you are deposited back in your cell. A little worse for wear. And the gate closed, and you guys are actually given the hall. Well, you know, aside from the other prisoners, right?
He's got a good deal.
Boyle looks to Bravo. Says, "Didn't he say something about applying magic to us?"
Yes.
That is the part I am not comfortable with.
To make sure that we do not work for Jared again.
Yeah.
James gives
there's a lot of beguiling and out there.
Do I know about Yes?
Yeah. It's
May
a
I?
magic you would have encountered before. And go ahead, James.
I've been literally planning a bounty for weeks now for Jared, and great, yeah, because it happens to be for Jared. It just so happens, and I won't be able to go on that now. Assuming we follow this deal, I won't be able to go on it anyway if we don't. So just go silent, looking a bit annoyed.
Does he sigh?
He sighs.
As he
Wrath.
sighs.
Go ahead.
As he sighs, you hear the... That's it.
Does
I do not-
Dahlgren have a
Go ahead.
Does Dahlgren have a general idea what's going on?
You hurt, and apparently there's a deal.
Dahlgren at this point just kind of like sticks his hand out the cell and's just like,
It's
I'll take
shaken.
it. Stirred.
Someone shakes your hand. You don't know who. Just kind of laying on the ground.
I can't see the
You can't see Durgan.
cell that the other prisoner came in. Can I?
No. You could see the one here, and then James.
Okay.
Like Wrath could see the one here, and Voyle. James could see 3 people. Voyle could see 3 people.
Like, so Dahlgren says that he'll take the job. Like, the person in the cell across from him with him.
You look at the cell across from you, the door's open.
Never mind, I did not realize that.
The person shook your hand.
Check our cells.
The door cells are still locked.
Okay.
James just looks very annoyed.
James,
Wrath.
there's someone moving around between you and Durgan.
He looks.
Dirty individual. But it's doing something.
What you doing?
But personally, I like my neck not to be extended, and I'm gonna leave. He walks past. He starts walking down the hall to the cell over here.
Okay.
So Bravo, you see him walk over, pull out a key, and unlock the cell. Pull what looks like an older 60s woman out.
Can you take us with you?
Huh?
He looks. He goes, "Well, you're gonna take the deal or not?" Puts it down to the side. To the side.
Dahlgren is already sticking his head out, ready to take the deal.
Bravo, I do not want to be magically inclined to work for this man. If you cannot believe us based on our own merits, because I do not want to be given the opportunity to break my oath.
No, he'll break your back. He kind of. I mean, You both are right up his alley. That's what the man says. Stone's doing something.
Break our back how?
I'll leave that for your imagination. in
Oh,
the
you mean
bedroom.
if we don't take the deal?
No, I mean if you do. You're both right up his alley.
No.
I mean, Bravo, you've had nights like that before, so.
So, this man just going about his business. I mean, are you taking the deal or not? I just need to know.
Not if possible.
Not if possible, huh?
Inside,
See-
he just goes,
So you wouldn't die for it?
Wouldn't die. That's my option between die and kill. Not. No, I don't think I would.
Pulls out
Wrath
the
has
keys and
said that he doesn't.
he slides it down in the middle of the four of you. Well then, if you can get it, then you... Well, it seems that you were destined to escape. If you can't, well, you probably shouldn't have wanted to take the deal from our enemies. And there's a small detonation as the man kind of falls through a hole into the water.
Oh.
You guys
I
are
will.
not. You guys are not. There's just the key sitting in between the equidistant for the four of you.
Okay, then Wrath will stick his butt as far up to the cell things as he can and use his tail to get the keys.
Okay. Roll
"There's Dahlgren."
Roll me dexterity. Dahlgren's still beat up. Dahlgren's fine.
Dexterity?
Just a small
Just
one.
dexterity check?
Yeah.
Away from the four.
No!
Wow.
You get
Even-
your butt lodged in.
We are not.
Somehow your butt, and you cannot move. Your butt is fully down, and as you did it, like you get this at the top. You're partially mooning both Bravo and Voyle, based on the double nat ones. You have presented yourself.
Well, this is quite the predicament. It
When you
seems I
had the
have
natural
messed
20
myself.
and you rolled double nat ones.
And my tail can't reach.
Nope, it's cut.
What's up? That was my first thought.
If only I had taken the deal from the old man in the alley.
So,
Yeah.
you think if Voyle reached for it, he could get it?
I mean, you could give me a dexterity check.
Alright, let's try this.
Just out, your shoulders there. You can't. You're having trouble kind of squeezing
Yes.
to get out of the.
Just out of reach.
Yeah, I mean it's equidistant from all of you. So
I
you're trying to reach.
I don't know if something bad would happen if I try and bardic inspire someone.
Question: does my aura reach him? And
You're in
is
a
that
non-magical.
Actually, yeah. Can I inspire people still?
Yeah, it's not magic,
Okay, yeah, I figured as much.
or it gets put down.
Okay.
In my ruling.
Boyle, can you try again? I know you can do it, buddy. Huh?
Alright. I guess I'll try.
He's
again.
just sitting on his bed like, you save my life. Come on.
Wait. So there's a hole in the floor straight to the sea, right?
Yes.
Alright,
To
so
the others, and says to them, "It knows the shatter spell."
Sure, let's go with that.
But you're in an anti-magic cell. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Darn it!
We also find ourselves in another predicament. What about our gear?
Wait a second. Yeah.
I mean,
given
I'll
the
be
choice
fine.
between our gear and our lives?
I'm
I
willing
mean,
to wait.
you are wasting time as the horns are
Yeah.
blowing and the.
Okay.
But my butt is stuck in the cells.
Dahlgren just kind of shrugged. I had nothing on me.
Can't get anything.
Would you like me to try?
I mean, it's your lives. You've just watched people escape. Still out of reach.
Go,
Boyle,
Boyle,
Bravo, just
Boyle.
reach. Reach for it, Bravo, reach.
go, Bravo, go! Bardic inspiration.
Is there any like rocks in Dogren's
17,
sail.
nope, still not enough.
We just get one higher each time.
Keep going. There's no rocks. It's pretty much. I mean, there's maybe like a little bit of a rock. Since there was an explosion.
Different idea. We try and push it to the other person so they can reach it easier.
No one can get it. You can't get your finger on it. That's the thing.
Oh, okay.
Can Dogren take
Ralph,
a rock?
are you gonna push your butt out? Or at least try and get your tail through? Like,
Yeah,
you're just sitting there with your butt stuck there.
Can I try to get out of it?
James grabs it out of the 18, meeting the DC. And you can go ahead and roll to try and get yourself out. It's a strength check.
Oh,
No, not you, for him.
oh.
Nope, you're still stuck in there. You just get the hands on, feet on the bars. Ah! Just trying.
I knew I shouldn't have ate that extra sweet roll.
So we're leaving then? He starts unlocking.
Yeah, you
We
unlock
don't
yours.
have much choice.
Yep. He
You
goes to
start
unlock
hearing
everyone.
footsteps.
He quickly goes to unlock everything.
Who's the second person you unlock?
Eeny, meeny, miny, bravo.
You mind Bravo? Bravo, okay. So you unlock Bravo. You can give me another attempt to escape Wrath.
Can I give him a hand?
Do you want to put your hand on that exposed butt, or are you just gonna kick it?
I'll kick it.
All right, give me. You also roll me strength.
I didn't need it.
You see him struggling as you go to kick him. You just miss, and you kind of almost fall through the the gate as he pops himself out. Hello.
Next person he would save is Boyle.
Okay.
Then Duiger and then Wrath. These are his priorities.
Okay.
Oh, I see how it is.
You
Wrath's
haven't been with
last.
him long enough. You haven't been with him long enough, man. I'm sorry.
So
I saved you against that green dragon.
he did actually.
Yeah, actually, that's a fair point. He apologizes, but
He apologizes instead of unlocking your cell. You know, I'm really sorry that I saved you for last. It just like, I mean, it's not personal. The guards are starting to charge down the hall. He still hasn't unlocked it, but sometimes, I just don't think through. And
Unlock it already.
as you're all there, how are you getting out?
The moment like his cell opened, he started dashing for the hole.
So the cell opens, and you just see Durgan pull himself just barely out and plop, falling into the water.
off we go.
I guess.
Alley-oop.
Cowabunga!
All right, so there is fall damage here.
Figured.
As
Oh,
each
no.
of you can be. This is how we're gonna roll this. It's enough to outright kill most of you.
Oh, okay.
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 So everyone is going to make an acrobatics check, starting in the order that first Durgan pulled himself out and just went for the hole. Durgan, make me an acrobatics check. A group of 5 halflings are fishing on a pier. As Durgan, all of them reach over and grab, some pieces of board, chalkboard, and as he splashes and belly flops into the water, they all hold up a 1. Next out, I think, was Voyle. An acrobatics check.
That's a 27.
That is a 27.
The same moves all up 10.
Beautiful, true. He's spinning, he's flipping, and just, leaves almost no wake at all. Just a single drop that goes. The gnomes all hold up 10s except for the last one, who gives you a 5, and he says like East Western Judge.
From me.
Next up is we'll say James. James attempts to do the most graceful dive ever, but then he realizes he left like a note up there, and he just starts trying to climb up his way back up, and just lands square on his butt.
The notes. Oh wait, no, my notebook. Dang it.
You get an average score of a 7. There's a 7 up. You Just because the one judge laughed because you slammed on your ass. Wrath or Bravo, who's going first?
Wrath. Bravo's last.
Okay, Wrath.
Oh, well, I guess so.
You using your natural 20?
No.
Okay. Acrobatics.
James grumbles at lost notes.
Wrath begins to dive. We'll get back to him later. Bravo.
And we'll be right back after these important messages.
Bravo begins to dive. Unfortunately for the other two, the halflings look up as you guys start to go, they just throw you some rope to pull you towards the docks. And you look up as a ship begins to be pulled up by these large chains.
You're like a whistling
And
noise.
you just see one tiefling and two tiefling. Thud thud!
Oh no.
Ow.
The halflings at each other. We can't grade them if they don't hit the water, right? No, can't do that.
No.
Wrath, you rolled higher. You landed in the crow's nest.
Oh no.
You're at 1 hit point. The blood's kind of trickling from you. Bravo, you rolled the lowest, buddy.
Yep.
You're not quite sure how this happened, but you caught a rope.
Oh.
And the rope then swung you around. And you are tied awkwardly to the male mermaid, figurehead at the front of the ship. There's two sailors looking over at you and laughing their goddamn ass off as they drink rum.
Look up at him. That was fun. Fun.
If that's what you consider fun.
Thanks, David. He just looks over and goes, "Do you want to go down?"
Please.
Okay. Walks up, pulls out a scimitar, shink, cuts all the ropes.
Yep.
Bravo goes flying down.
There we go,
Splashes.
Now you can grade him, he says to the halflings.
They hold up as zeros. Took too long.
Where'd you get all these signs, anyways?
They're not signs, it's chalkboards. What about you, Wrath? Are you gonna dive from the thing? Are you going in? Are you just gonna get put up on the lake and just go inland?
I guess I'll jump off toward the party.
All right. I need another acrobatics check. Don't roll below a 5.
No promises.
You need a 5 to clear the boat.
Woohoo!
You see him again. He just swan dives out of the thing, except he lands literally on the railing and just falls backwards onto the boat. The sailor comes over and just nudges you with the foot, waking you back up. I don't think you should ever be on a boat again. Like, the boat's kicking your ass.
I know. This is why I don't have my sea legs. Much prefer the inland.
We're going inland.
It's good to know.
He pours a little rum into your mouth. Makes it better.
Okay, feel somewhat better. I think I broke a rib.
It looks at you. I'm going to say you broke 3. Because I see 3 of them poking through your skin right now.
Oh, you're right.
That's a predicament.
Wrath just lays there.
Sailor looks over there. We're going to take him inland. Bye. He shuts down to the rest of you. Unless you want him.
We do what we
Yes,
do.
we do.
2 sailors walk over to you, Wrath, as you're just laying there, and they grab you by your hands and your feet. And he
Hold on, give me
you
a
over the side. Nope. Woof.
Where's it gonna land?
You see this. You see as he's plummeting down for this great belly flop. You can see, hey, those look like ribs.
Oh my.
There go 3 more.
He doesn't really come back to the surface right away.
And he was out my healing magic.
If he doesn't come back, I'm gonna try to swim over to where
As
he
you
fell.
go, one of the halflings go, I get this. He kind of like fly fishes the rod out. You feel something catch your horn as you start getting dragged in. He's hooked your horn and he's just dragging you in with the rod.
Being getting pulled in, he reaches down, pulls a rib out of the ocean. Huh.
Oh, they haven't dislodged Flay. They just poked through the skin. As Wrath is, brought back to the docks.
Who's been throwing pork belly in this ocean?
He just looks at Wrath and goes, I did not do that to him. This rod. That wasn't me. No. I got him by the seat right here. Look, he undoes the hook from the horn. See? That wasn't me.
Ouch.
No, it wasn't.
I didn't want the horn piercing, but I guess I got one.
He snips it off. Now you can keep it.
Thank you. What about these rooms?
What are we gonna?
He looked at the halfling. Looked at you. I don't think you want a fisher to fix your ribs. I mean, I can make them adorned with hooks and string.
What would
James
happen
sighs.
if they were hands?
What's up?
Can we lay on hands without our holy symbols?
I believe you can, actually. In this instance, with everything, I will allow it.
Okay.
Dahlgren just
You see the ribs kind of retreat back into Wrath. And they start to collect. Yeah, it's painful.
I wish they would have given me more of that rum.
Dahlgren,
One of the halfling pops open a bottle and starts pouring it in your mouth. Did you say it?
So how are we gonna get back?
Oh, so Dahlgren all of a sudden just sits up and looks around, just kind of goes, "Where are we now?"
You're on the east bank.
Oh, I thought we were entering the castle. What happened?
He points up top. You guys fell through a hole. It looks kind of like you got flushed out.
Yeah.
Dahlgren looked at James. What happened?
I'll explain it later, buddy. Okay, it's a long story. I'm not sure who. It's all our fault. I'm just gonna say that now. Maybe
Where
I don't
are you
know.
going?
I don't know.
To the nearest teleport circle that has a wizard.
Oh, you guys came in the west, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, out of the slums, that's the shitty slums. I'm surprised you went there. He points over. He goes, "You see that? See that rise over there?" The halfling says to you. Right by. So there's a couple ladies' clubs right there. You walk by them. A couple 100 yards, the teleportation circle. It's got the wizard. It's where all the dem adventuring types come through.
Of course it does. Thank you. Could you get us as close as possible?
He goes, possible. He goes, you just scared all the fish. Yeah, why you scared all the fish away? He says, fuck it. He just puts his rod over his back and starts walking with him.
Dahlgren stood up and looked around.
He looks. He goes, oh shit, you're out. Hold on. Wait 1 minute. He walks over towards the boat, looks to see if anyone's around. Takes out what looks like a thieves' tool. Breaks the lock, and pulls out some very odd clothing and just hands it to you.
All of us?
Yeah, you were all just in underwear.
I know
That's what I
it.
was about to ask.
Yeah.
Put it on. I've worn.
Put it on.
You guys are in the latest spring fashion. You're in beautiful pastel dresses.
Yep.
Dahlgren chooses not to put it on.
They won't
He
let you in
just
the
kinda-
teleportation circle with dirty underwear, man. He looks at it. He goes, if you want to go home,
Just put it on.
otherwise you get to steal your own clothes.
Dress
Rat-
makes it a skirt and straps a strip around his head like Rambo. He nods.
It's fine.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
okay with it.
Yeah, Wrath rips it to a skirt and then rips off the sleeves.
Okay. He said he doesn't care. He just it's what he found. You know. I rolled a D2 for male or female clothing, so it happened to be female, unfortunately. So walks you down towards right up to the entrance, and opens the door for you. Oh, good luck.
Thank you. What was your name?
My name, because I had all these names made for everything, but you guys never asked any of the names, all the NPCs you met, and you asked the one I didn't have a name for. Because like, how am I gonna make this not kill you all? Not kill you. Name is Neri.
His name's Grimball.
Thank you, Nara.
Neri, I'm the proud owner of Neri's Noodles. Now, with well, not today because you guys scared all the fish away, but now with fish.
Excellent. You may.
So at this point, we'll say goodbye to stream
Yeah.
because there was some mistakes made. Because everyone, but you know what? I think we still had at least a semi-enjoyable. You guys learned some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't have your brownie ruined, Josh. That's good.
Yeah.
So,
At
all right,
least
everyone.
Hope won the bet.
She did. See, Hope's buying so much candy, and she's gonna give you a hug. So, bye, stream.
Nice stream. Thank you for everything.
That's cool.
So long.